Do you ever think about the radio waves going through us with these cords all over us?
Now I am.
Every time we podcast, I'm like, this is it.
I mean, I think that because I just rearranged my room and I was rearranging my plugs and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm just like surrounded by electricity.
When we got our Xbox, I was like, damn, we just added one more thing to our Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Whenever I have like Wi-Fi on my phone, I'm like, it's going to my brain. I don't even know if that's how it fucking works. That's where my head goes.
We're just surrounded.
Like these
radioactive.
We're gonna be. Like this neon shit, it's got to be doing something to our retinas.
For sure. Don't look at it dry. And all these
lights. It's okay. I just got an air purifier. It cancels
Evens
it
out.
all out. Well, it's a fucking electronic.
Right.
So it's purifying my air, but it's also, hi guys, welcome back.
Doing the worst.
We are dying slowly, but so are you. We all are.
Thank God we're all in this together.
Happy Monday. Welcome back. This is Oddvice. My name is Kristen McAtee.
And I'm Alex Coate.
And we are not going to be that pessimistic today. Actually, we are.
Well, no, the goal is to talk about our pessimism and then talk about how it's actually affecting us and how we're self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I've got my corns tucked into the couch.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't want to put on socks because I'm wearing like a mini skirt or midi skirt. A midi skirt. So all you feet people, come check out visual if you're into that.
I'm wearing jeans on the couch.
Yeah. Well, we went out today, which is very rare that we go out before we record on Saturdays and even during the week.
That's true. Yeah. Weekends, we record every weekend. So, I mean, especially with the cold season, I feel like we didn't care as much. We really just let weekends kind of be work focused.
Yeah.
But today was like the first nice day since we've been home from California, and we had to soak it up. So we got up, we went and got breakfast and walked around for a little bit and like the meatpacking area. It's so pretty over there.
Oh my God. It's so nice. It's like you feel like you're out of the city a little bit.
Yes, because all the buildings, I think the tallest building in that area is like 12 stories, which is like, oh my God, that's short. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's literally like
a
one-story house to me.
Creek.
Right. So it's nice being over there and being able to look up, and some of the trees are taller than the buildings.
Right.
It sounds so funny saying it out loud.
But when you're in the city surrounded, especially our area, like we're just surrounded by the tallest fucking buildings.
Yep.
And it keeps it shadowy and cold, and like you're almost in a wind tunnel on every street.
Yeah. I noticed that when we got off the train down there, we got off at 14th and 8th, and I step outside, I'm like, whoa, like the sun hits you harder.
Yep.
Like like you said, there's nothing shadowing it. It's so nice outside. Who would have thought? So we sat down at breakfast and Alex goes, we need to plan a trip. So we already the sun comes out once and I'm like, yeah, I am moving to the Caribbean.
No, right. I was like, I want to be on, and I'm not a beach person.
No,
but like I want to be on a Cabo. No. I want to be in a pool in a resort that like looks over the ocean.
Yes, I like that. That's
a swim up bar.
That's exactly my language. Cause fuck sand.
And me flirting with a guy in a cowboy hat.
Okay, so where?
Cabo.
In Cabo?
Yeah.
So would it be like a spring breaker?
Sure.
Like that type of
a little
vibe?
Young.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just thinking about who the demographic that would be wearing a cowboy hat in Cabo.
Well, you know the ones that they sell on the beach. Remember the ones that we got?
Oh my God, yeah. And all remember those?
Yes, they're like headbands, head wraps, but they're like
they say like I eat ass.
Yeah.
Like I love big titties. I remember one said I love bleached assholes. Or no, it said a-holes. They're so funny.
They're so out of pocket.
And it's like sells. Like it does so fucking well.
It's like all caps, block font. So it's super dry. But like the phrases are so out of pocket.
They need to come through with some like Pinterest ass script.
Yeah.
And
we need some Ray Dunn up in here.
Ray Dunn needs to come out with like a
dirty line.
Yeah, like a capsule.
Yeah.
Of just like
XXX.
Yeah. Ray Dunn after dark.
Yeah. She's a freak for sure.
She's a
freak for sure.
I gotta look her up. Hold on. R-A-E.
Yeah.
Ray.
D-U-N-N. Watch it like not even be a girl.
Right. Oh yeah. No, it's Gil. Oh, she's a freak.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh my God. Even her face.
Yeah, the like smirk she's doing right there.
Yep.
She likes kinky shit.
Kinky girl. Yeah, she she like looks edgier than her brand.
I know. I was thinking that in that picture too.
Like even her like style here, like she wouldn't have her Ray done shit in this house.
Right. She's wearing like cool Docs, ripped jeans, like a black tunic looking thing.
She's very like Anthropology. And like you would never find
Yeah.
Ray Dunn in Anthropology.
Oh my God, she's doing pottery here. Dang, Ray Dunn's cool.
Should we hit her up?
Is that her guy? Oh yeah,
That tracks. No, they're freaks. Look at their corns are out.
Yeah, they do some. They got to swing above the bed. No shame. I think I'm just jealous, to be honest with you. She's a fucking billionaire,
Right?
and
She's got glop.
Like, damn, I'm over here jealous in my jeans on the couch with my corns out. Damn, Ray Dunn. Hit us up. We'd love to.
We'd love to collab.
Collection.
Speaking of billionaires, we just started Bridgerton, and
Okay.
the
I'll give that a.
I just thought
3 out of
royal.
10.
I just went royal with it. It's technically not Bridgerton season 3. It's
Right.
Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, but there's 6 episodes.
It's her villain story.
Right. It's her when she was young, and
We're only on episode 2.
we're only on episode 2, but they picked out the best
Oh my
actors to
God.
play, because you're seeing both parts of the storyline, right? Like they are going back to like present day, the 2 first seasons that we know, and the queen and like her story there, but they're also going back in time to when she was younger, when she became queen.
Right.
So you see the 2 actors pretty much side by side, and they're spot on. They look so much alike.
It's insane, which is so refreshing after watching Yellow Jackets,
right.
where I was like, what the fuck are, like, some of them were good, but you guys heard us ramble about that a few weeks ago. But this, spot on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how do you cast for that? How
What
long
do you
did it
look
take?
for? I'm pretty sure the face moles are
I'm sure those are fake.
but they even look good, and the features
And on the other girl, Lady Danbury.
yes, her
The
teeth,
jaw, the teeth, like,
she looks exactly like her.
and I'm like, as a director or a casting person, do you like can't start the show until we find the perfect person? Like, how does
Right.
that work? Because it's so perfect that I'm like, did you have that in the archives for like years? I want to know how it works.
Yeah.
To cast the perfect person.
Any casting directors out there?
Raise your
Fun
hand.
job, crazy job.
Fun job. Oh my gosh.
You're probably just like constantly on the lookout for specific faces.
It's like a model scout, but
yeah.
for not models, for specifics. You're not just like, oh, I need someone good looking. You're like, I need someone with this type of nose, these eyes, this face shape.
Like how they found Angus Cloud.
Right.
He was so, I think he was found like while he was waitressing in New York.
Oh, wow.
And a casting director went up to him and was like, I think you're perfect for this part. And lo and behold.
So maybe it is like that.
Yeah.
Or at least a portion of their job. I'm sure it just depends like what they're looking for.
how you run into people and such.
You just get to walk around and like, what a cool job. But I
Yeah.
know it's not easy.
Oh God, no.
That takes so
and then
much focus.
imagine the pressure on you if you find like the perfect face or the perfect person for the
suck.
role, but they suck at
They just
acting.
suck. And then you got to do it all over again.
Yep.
Tell us about that if that's your job.
Very cool. Like, how do you go to school for that?
Yeah, how do you learn that?
It's probably just so inherent.
Just
like,
judgment,
yeah.
I guess. Let us know. Okay, so Xbox update.
Mm.
We've been playing. So as you guys may or may not know, we completely annihilated It Takes Two in 48 hours.
Yeah.
That's,
I almost wish
Done.
we didn't come across that until.
I know. Because now we're struggling. We bought this fucking Xbox. It was like $6 million. It was so expensive. We fell in love with that game. We're like, oh, fuck yeah, we're gamers. Like, this is going to be so sick. Beat the game.
Haven't
Can't
found
find anything
anything.
that is as good as it. We tried Untamed. No, that's a book.
Unraveled.
I liked that, but it is
There's no like challenges. It's
Right.
not challenge based. It's just a route.
it's strategy.
Yeah.
At least so far. I still think we need to see it through.
We can give
I
it
think
some more time.
I think we're still in the beginning, and the only reason I think that is because it's still telling us press RB, it's still
Yeah.
giving instructions. So I still think we're in like the prologue. That I don't hate though. So that we're gonna give another chance. But we tried, what was the prison one?
Oh, A Way Out.
A Way Out. That was good, but it was like,
It was such a
So-
ripoff of Shawshank Redemption.
oh right,
First of all.
right, the whole storyline. But it's very cinematic, and then like you're literally watching a movie, and then it felt like the Netflix shows,
The interactive ones.
the interactive ones where you get to choose your outcome, like Kaleidoscope. It like kind of felt like, or not Kaleidoscope. What's the one where you literally get to press like left or right?
I think it is Kaleidoscope. Oh wait.
No, thought we just
No.
watched in a specific order.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say. It felt like we were just watching the story, like a movie unfold, and then like every 10 minutes you get like 5 minutes of gameplay and where you have to like find a wrench and like unscrew the toilet or some shit, and then it goes back into this big cinematic thing, and I'm sitting here like,
you're just like press buttons for 30 seconds.
Right. Holding the remote like ready to go. I'm super bummed about that though, because people are saying the ending's really good and it is a good story, but Alex and I want to play.
Yeah, I want to play It Takes Two.
Me too.
Again.
They need to come out with another one.
Yeah, when's part 2 coming out?
I know. Then we brought it back old school, and I was like, fuck it, let's get GTA. So we got GTA 5, and we are stuck right now because there's a mission. It's called Father Son, and there's a mission where Michael and Franklin do this mission together. They are like running to go get Michael's yacht. They don't end up getting the yacht, but they save Michael's son. And then the last step of the mission is, after all that big car chase, getting the son, all that, you got to take the car back to get repaired. So we pull up to the car shop ready to repair, and it literally says like press right to
get your repairs,
to start the repair, and it doesn't work. And we thought it was our buttons. We changed the batteries, we changed remotes. Then we started Googling, and lo and behold, it is a fucking bug in the game that's been there for like 10 years.
Literally forever. That's a glitch that's never been fixed. So now we have these missions and we can't move on to like the next phase because we have undone missions.
Right. And I know there's a rule where like if you try to do a mission 3 times and you fail, you can skip. And I did that, but it's still it's not even letting us actually skip
go through it.
There's just a big glitch on it. So I was looking up cheat codes and shit. I don't know. We're stumped. So please send us
send us thoughts and prayers.
We're really struggling over here. I turn it on, I get so excited, and I played for hours the other day. Maybe it's good that we don't have it.
Yeah, because we would just be sitting here playing this whole time.
Yeah, and
literally
it's nice outside now.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
We've had it for 3 weeks, and we're already like trying to create distance between
You know what? It's gonna be fun when we have like people over and we want to play and just like pass the time.
Right.
And it's good. It's just a good thing to have.
Yeah, it is. But we need a fucking good game.
Yeah.
And I'm complaining at this point. I miss when games were physical CDs.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
For sure.
This feels silly. This feels
and the downloads
fake.
take fucking 2 hours.
Oh my god, they take so long. Before we know it, we're gonna have to get external
space
storage, which is a whole other cost that we have to do.
We also got Silent Hill,
and that also had a fucking bug. Like
everything
has bugs.
Yeah.
It's 2023. Why are games having bugs?
If they have bugs, it's one thing if it is on a CD form. You can't like fix a bug that way, but they're digital. Do a software update.
Fix it.
I'm pissed. I need to talk to the
Mr. Xbox.
Mr. Xbox. The owner of Xbox.
Who is it?
Who is that? Oh, Microsoft, right?
But I'm sure they still have their own
little
like ringmaster.
Yeah.
It's a kid for sure. It's Ollie.
Yeah.
It's my nephew.
We saw a guy on the subway today and he was wearing a shirt that said MILF, and then underneath it said
Man, I like to fart.
Man, I like to fart.
And then did you notice when he got off the train?
He farted.
But it was
it was
like a little machine thing he has. Like a button. And
Funny.
he made fart noises. I love New York City.
Yeah. But he looked like your average guy. He looked like
I thought he was with that family.
Yeah.
Like he looked like the dad.
Right.
And then he just like scurried away and made a fart noise. It's crazy here. It's really unpredictable, people around you.
Super unpredictable.
You just never know who's sitting next to you. Like he said he does this every Saturday, but
yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna put on my shirt. You could tell it was worn too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't dirty, ripped, nothing like that, but it was like worn.
Probably 2 sizes too small, but he wore it over a hoodie.
Shirt over a hoodie.
And it's hot out today. It's like 70.
Yeah.
I know he's sweating.
Yeah. And he had a fart maker. I get it though. I mean, that's sometimes when I see people who just like, remember the Bush guy in the city growing up?
Yes.
In San Francisco,
they just got their shtick.
You know this guy, R.I.P. May he rest in peace. He used to dress up as a bush and sit in like the fetal position on the pier, and then rah, and freak people out. And like, it was just everybody, if you knew, everybody knew it was going to happen. People who live like that and just like play public harmless pranks, that is the level of life I want to get to. Like, they are just simply having fun.
Yep. Remember Skittles?
I love it. Skittles?
Yeah.
I don't remember Skittles.
He's in Vallejo. He's a dancer, and he would like.
I remember Skittles.
He would just like, fully do like pop lock.
Tutting.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, I do remember that.
I wonder where he's at.
And like, at like Dolores Park, Hippie Hill, the guy that would come around with the coconuts and the rum. And like, he's making guap because he was charging like $7 to $10 a pop, but he's also just like hammered, having fun and like making everybody else have fun.
Yep.
It's so cool. Or like, whenever I see somebody on a bike ride by,
that's plan B if like this doesn't work out.
100%. Just like blasting good ass music and they're just like vibing. Wow. You have no anxiety and I'm jealous.
You're just vibing.
You're just absolutely vibing with not a care in the world. And
that's how I feel about the kids in high school who walk around with their like phones out playing music.
Or the ones that would do that but like respectfully, and they would like have it as a low volume and hold it to their ear.
Yep.
And just like
get some headphones. But he like wants everyone else to hear it.
Right. It's like sharing it.
It's a vibe. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to rip out my left eyeball.
Is it itchy?
It's so itchy. We went outside for 2 hours and I'm
just one.
Right. Weird.
I've got Spotify nails.
Wait, my sister sent me a screenshot of a text she got from my nephew, her son. And he said, "Can I get Spotify premium?" I was like, at least he's not an Apple Music guy.
Did she let him? Do you know?
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, she's a cool mom.
Cool mom. Did she get a family plan?
Yeah, she probably did. That's probably why she let him do it.
Okay, we're going to do song of the day and what we're wearing, because we're both wearing not what we usually wear.
Yeah, we've really switched it up today.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Cheers to Monday. My song of the day is a song of the day that I heard at my workout last week, and it was so good that I got off the treadmill and walked up to the coach and said, "What is this song?" And he was like, "Oh my God," and showed it to me, and then I got up and I started running again. It's called On My Way, but it's OMW. It's the acronym by
Okay, so it's FKJ and a boob.
Yeah, one boob. It's three left parentheses, an capital O, and then 3 right parentheses.
Super silly. How are people going to talk about you?
Yeah. I mean, they got listeners though. Like, people are talking.
And wait, so I went to their artist page, and the description is the unpronounceable force in a seed that grows moondrops into sundrops in all directions of the garden. Unpronounceable. Moondrops, is that what it is? Are
no, I think that might be an
art
album.
created by, released every full moon. Oh,
that's cool.
Is it like what kind of song is it?
It's like chill house. I can't play it because we're gonna get copywritten.
Chill vibey.
Yeah, just like chill vibey house, but it gets a little more upbeat. But I don't know how to pronounce it. I know FKJ though.
Yeah, look up On My Way by FKJ, and I'm sure it'll pop up. And then you guys will see the boob, and you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, just look out for the boob. Anyway, that's my song of the day. What's your song of the day?
My song of the day is Right My Wrongs by Kamari. And Leanna sent me this again. Leanna sent my last song of the day. This guy, his voice is insane. I'll put him up there with like Frank Ocean vibes.
Okay.
It's really good. So this song specifically sampled Didn't I by Durando, which I think has been my song of the day before, but he sampled that and it's really fucking good.
So I know, didn't I?
Yes. Okay. If I played it, I played it before.
Okay.
And you would know for sure. Yeah, his voice is fire.
And then I'm wearing my purple shroom socks and just some OG blue jeans. These are some of my favorite jeans. They're from...
Those are indigo jeans.
Indigo jeans. Yeah. Denim pants.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Motel.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
And I thought they were going to be like iffy when I ordered them, but I wear them every day. They're such good quality, but they're still comfortable. That's why I'm able to wear them on this couch right now. And then a little baby tee. It's like kind of like a heather cream from American Eagle. American Eagle.
Their comeback is crazy.
I feel like it's like
I was
perfectly
gonna say,
stretchy.
I like that.
The fit's so nice. American Eagle has really, really good basics. I also, some of my favorite pants, I don't know if I've worn them on here, but
The cargos.
the green cargos, they are so soft. They feel like pajama pants, but they are cargos. They have like the pockets and everything, and they look really nice, but they're super comfortable. So American Eagle, shout out you.
Shouts out.
Shouts out to you.
I think this skirt is motel.
I was gonna say American Eagle. She ripped off the tag.
Silly
I can't
me.
see it.
I think it's motel.
That's weird.
I think so. No socks. And then this is just like a black tank from Urban.
It's not a bodysuit.
No.
It fits you really well.
Thank you.
It's like,
I have it in white too.
seems like it's like
Compressing.
like pull. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's comfy.
I want to try the Skims bodysuits.
I'm not a bodysuit girl. They might have
Me
a
either,
short.
actually, so I don't know why I said that, but they just like
They
the
look.
way they snatch people. I'm like, that
Yeah.
looks so good. But yeah, no, I don't like it on my vagina.
I don't like it. I have a short torso, so
I
it
was gonna say
makes
you have a short
my
vagina.
it makes my torso look even shorter
I see.
because it doesn't like I need either midriff to break it up or long,
Yeah.
and I can't do the.
I feel that. I love midriff. Everything I wear has
Mhm.
a little bit of midriff, and I think about, am I gonna do this forever? Do you ever think about that?
I mean, you
Am I gonna show my midriff for the rest of my life? Probably.
till you're 80.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll be doing that when I'm pregos for sure.
Oh yeah, no.
Stomach out.
And when people are pregnant and they do stomach out, I think it's the cutest thing.
I love it.
I like what Rihanna does. Or
Yeah.
have you seen Lauren Giraldo lately?
No.
I think she's like about 6 months pregnant now, and she's wearing like just little like crop tops and big like baggy denim shorts and a trucker hat, or like
so cute.
she's like this like really cool beaded top that like drapes over her belly.
Love it.
Like it's so cute. That's
Show off your belly if you're pregnant.
right. Like fuck
And if you're not
maternity
pregnant.
clothes.
Right.
Like just
Like stretchy
Let it
ass
hang.
jeans.
right. Just wear like low
Let it
rise
out.
pants and let your belly come out.
Mhm.
It's so cute. It's the cutest thing. I think our
You're
generation
growing a
doing it.
child.
Right. Like
Show that
scream
off.
Scream it to the
Flex
mountains.
that.
All right. Before we get into the rest of the episode, we're going to take a quick break for today's sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by ZocDoc, which is an app that helps you find and book doctors that are patient reviewed.
I actually just found a dermatologist who I've been seeing for a skin screening. And I wanted a woman because when you go in for a skin screening, they literally look at every inch of your skin with
Yeah.
a microscope.
That's
So I'm
so
not gonna,
intimate.
I'm not gonna, right. It's so intimate. So I found this girl. She's like our age. She's like with the shits.
Sick.
She has great reviews and I booked it right away. And now I like have my dermatologist.
And I'm literally going to make an appointment
Right.
with her because I have a mole on my finger that's getting super big.
Get
But
it checked out.
That's beside the point.
And a lot of her reviews specifically said that she was friendly and personable. And I feel like that you need to like break down a wall
Yeah.
if you're going to be that intimate with me.
Right.
And like in that way of you're looking at every inch of my body.
Right.
I don't want like some hoity-toity nose stuck in the air dermatologist who like isn't going to be friendly.
And not like look at you as like a person. They're just like looking at you as the next patient, like rushing you
Right.
out the door. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was amazing.
good. And like we've said before, ZocDoc is amazing because you can book through the app. And I love that because I hate calling doctor's offices. I'm just going to say it.
Right.
It's like,
It's scary.
it's scary. It's the hardest thing to do. And it's just so much easier to be able to do it through the phone and do it at any time of the day. Because I'm very much that person where like I'll be in bed and I'm like, I need to get my mole checked. And then like I could book it
right then
at
and
2
there.
a.m.
And it's nice because on the app, you have like a checklist of everything that you need to book appointments for. So
Okay.
like, that's why I got a skin screening test is because they have it as a checklist
so
that
cool.
the dentist, getting an eye exam, and it really keeps you up to date on everything that you need to get done and you need to get checked out.
I love that.
ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun.
Go to ZocDoc.com/Oddvice and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/Oddvice. ZocDoc.com/Oddvice.
Thanks, ZocDoc. We should try and do an episode once where we like only complete each other's sentences and like try and say everything
It'd be so easy.
verbatim.
We do that
We
already.
do that already. We are going to the Warriors game tonight.
No, we're not.
But we're going to
We're gonna
watch it.
We are going to go watch the Warriors game later. By the time this episode's up, you will know the future. And hopefully we win.
Oh yeah. And bad habit. We're going to talk about right now, gambling.
If you are someone you know thinks they have a gambling problem.
No, I don't mean to laugh because it's actually really fucking serious.
Please seek help.
Yes.
But we don't have a gambling problem.
But
I see how you get there.
It's on the horizon.
I see how you get there.
We bet
we've lost though.
I know.
Like it's not like we're reaping any benefits of gambling.
It's fun. I still have fun.
It is fun.
I totally like,
and we're doing like $50 bets. Like it's
we're nothing
we're
crazy.
Okay, right?
We bet yes. We bet I'm gonna bet on some tonight if you still want in. But
it's legal in New York.
Yeah, it is. We bet $50 on so they're called slips, and you do like, you could pick your slip. It shows popular ones in the app that we do, or you could like go into specific like things that might happen and just bet on individual items. But
right.
it's easier for me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing to just pick a slip that like looks good. So like last game I picked a slip where Curry assists over 4.5 times or 4.5 times. Reeves 2 3-pointers.
Davis.
Wiggins 2 3-pointers. Davis was supposed to get
24.
over 24 points. And it's like, it gives you a checklist and then like a green bar when you reach your goal, and it like checks it off. And it's
super satisfying.
It's super satisfying, and it's so fun for me. It keeps my eyes on the game.
For sure.
Because a lot of the times when I'm like, especially if we're at a bar, like I'm just like lollygagging, and then like someone scores, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck. But then it keeps my eyes on everything that's happening in the game. And it like lays it all out for you, and it's really fun. But we ended up losing $50 each.
That's the thing. So all the things she just named that are on one slip, if you got 8 out of the 9 correct,
you still lose your money.
You have to get all of them correct. And we missed 1.
2. We
missed 2. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, Reeves only got 1 free or 3-pointer, and then Davis was supposed to get 24.5 points.
I think he got like 8.
Yeah. No. He ended on 11 because he had that run where he got and won, and he went to the line.
Okay.
But yeah, it like he really didn't show up for us.
But the Warriors still won.
Right.
And that's all that matters.
No, at one point I looked at Kristen and I was like, I would take the L.
Because it was only
Davis
game 2.
Right, it's only game 2.
So we're like, it doesn't matter. It's not
I would have the Warriors take the L for Davis to go ham right now and get his 24 points.
100%.
We would have won so much money.
I just want the final game to be the Knicks and the Warriors.
Right.
Because it'd be like
the city
us
would be
now
insane
versus home version of us. And Tanner said if that ends up being the case, he will come to the city.
Well, okay.
Watch it.
So what weekend? It could be around the time he's here.
A month from now?
Well, yeah, because
I feel like we'll get there quicker.
Well, the finals were June last year.
That's true.
We were here.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, that first week.
That'd be so nice.
It could totally be when he's here.
Oh my God. That'd be 2 birds, 1 stone.
Fun.
Oh my God, that'd be so much fun. So yeah, we're just dabbling in a little bit of gambling. Nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, don't worry, guys.
We are fine.
This won't turn into a gambling podcast. There should be one. There probably is.
Like sports betting podcasts. Couldn't tell you.
Should we have a guest and we'd
be like, okay,
a sports betting guy on here?
No, because if you give me the knowledge,
oh yeah, we're running.
I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah,
I can't even know. Like that's another reason why I've never wanted to learn how to count cards, because if you teach me, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna go to jail.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're setting me up for a crime.
Yeah.
Gonna do the crime, gonna do the time.
Criminal life you're willing to live. If you
it's
have
not my choice.
Right.
If you give me the knowledge, I'm going to do it and do something with that knowledge. This is literally not the point of today's episode. Anyway, as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about self-sabotage, specifically in relationships, but I'm sure we'll dabble all around the board because we talk in circles. You know this.
Yeah.
This is something super kind of uncomfy for me to talk about. I guess more so for me to admit. I'm noticing, as you guys know, I just got into a brand new relationship, and there's some shifts mentally that I'm noticing myself kind of experience, both good and bad, but I'm noticing it, and nothing wrong with it, but I am wanting to talk about it right away rather than like brush it under the rug and like let old habits arise.
Right. I think this is your hyper awareness in action. Like if there's an issue, I put it on the table right now so it doesn't create that pattern that I've been in before.
Exactly. So it's sticky, but it's so worth it. I'm not going to brush anything under the rug. That's my motto with anything when it comes to even fucking friendships, like relationships in general. But you know where I'm going with this. I'm noticing kind of some self-sabotaging patterns come out, and I talked about it with Tanner a few days ago, and it was a great conversation. And I feel like it's something I know a lot of people relate to. You and I spoke about it. You said you relate to it. So we were like, we got to talk about this on the podcast. This is something worth bringing up. There's, I don't know like what way to go about this, but maybe I could just bring up kind of what I went through.
Kind of how you brought it up to me.
Okay. So Tanner and I spoke the other day, and I was saying how I'm noticing myself feeling a little bit uncomfortable because Tanner and I are so okay, and that's uncomfortable for me. And I'm noticing that when there's not chaos, when there's not an argument, when there's not negativity.
Even like, I also think this could have to do with when when you guys aren't together, you're not experiencing like the fiery passion that you guys have. It's I feel like it could be either ends of the spectrum.
For sure. That's
when you're just like at that still state, that's when you're like, wait, nothing's happening.
Yes. Like,
because you don't do this when you guys are together and you're fiery and like you have that passion is there, and
you're
like
right. I didn't think about that.
Is like ignited.
Right. No, you're so right. And to that point, like whatever the root may be, the just being okay with a calm environment and a calm, healthy dynamic with a person that I love. I'm like, no, something's up.
Time to stir shit up.
I gotta stir this up. This is too good to be true. This is a ticking time bomb. These are things that go on in my head. It's a ticking time bomb. It's too good to be true. One of us is going to leave. One of us is going to dip out at some point. And then boom, this is where the sabotage comes in. My brain is so used to this chaos since March 28th, 1995, that it uses self-sabotage to keep me safe. My brain thinks it's keeping me safe. Again, the brain does not know what is actually safe versus what is habitually safe for your specific
environment.
Yeah. And just like your habits, your coping mechanisms. So my brain does this crazy little thing where it's like, okay, let's stir some shit up. And by stir some shit up, it's not like I'm just like, hey, fuck you. Like, I'm not just like, it's more so like he doesn't call me. And I'm like, oh my God, he hates me.
Mm-hmm.
He has something on his mind that he's not telling me. And when he calls me next, we're going to talk about it. And then he's probably going to leave me.
Whoa.
And it feels, saying it out loud, and this is really hard for me. So please make the comment section a safe space. Hard for me to admit that this is like the dialogue that goes on in my brain. But it's, if you relate to me, you know exactly how that dialogue feels. And it's fucked up because it's the dialogue. The voices in my head say that, but then there's also a part of me that's like, bitch, what?
What?
You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
You guys aren't even arguing. He's not gonna say that. That's not gonna happen.
It's your internal anticipation that you've like built up your whole life for something bad to inevitably come to you.
Yes. And that's why it's self-sabotage, because yeah, sure, bad things have happened to me, but like I'm okay. Like I've gotten through all of them. So sometimes I'm like, why isn't my brain noticing that part of the growth where like bad or good, you're still going to get through it, brain.
Right.
But the brain's like, nope, we must avoid it and keep you safe.
And like not expect the negative to happen.
Right.
And like, why is it only that route?
Right. I'm working on that one. But yeah, that kind of sums it up. But I wanted him to know where I was at mentally for obvious reasons, but this is something I've recently learned about myself that him and I hadn't talked about. And I was like, okay, if we're going to hop into this, like, you should know this about me. And I told him why. I told him because of like the environment I grew up in, which he's very aware of. And he was like, at the end of the conversation, he's like, I know. I know you're like that. I could tell when you get into those moods. And he begins to reassure me. And I was like, whoa.
That's something you've never gotten before either.
Whoa. And it made me cry, but like a part of like my inner child, honestly, like hearing that reassurance of him saying, I get it, I see where you're coming from, but I'm not going anywhere, and we're gonna work on this, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to understand you. And just like him saying he's not gonna give up, I'm like, wow, like that's what I needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can't lie. He's saying that. And I'm like, and the cycle starts again. I'm like, he's just saying that. He's just saying that.
Yeah. I feel like there's a difference between like the pessimism that is kind of rooted in that, and then being realistic and knowing anything can happen. And we can't, like, we don't know how anything's going to turn out in life.
Sure.
But it's kind of remembering that and leaning that way with your perspective instead of like falling into that cycle. Right.
Right. And the point where you said like, we don't know what's going to happen, all that, that is something that never leaves my mind. And that's even like literally the night that we made it official and we talked about like our intention here, and we were like, we're not going to give up on each other. Like if there's an issue, we're going to work through it and all that. Like that is all true, but I'm also not one that's there's a threshold I have where I'm like, okay, I'll work on something, but when you know it's done, that's when we stop working on something. But that's, of course, we'll cross that bridge if we get there. So I do just want to put that out there that like my mindset is not, because there was actually something I said in the last episode, and one of the comments was like, girl, relax. Or maybe it was a DM I got. It was like, girl, relax. It's been 2 weeks or some shit like that. And I was like, okay, I'm not saying, this is hard to say. Like, I'm not saying, oh my God, we're going to last forever. And I'm not holding us to it. If something
it's almost
through,
like
it's going to fall through.
Right. And it's almost like your, this self-sabotage is coming out in the right now. And it's like you're worried that he's holding on to something and maybe not communicating it, because that's something in your past that like in your past relationship, if you did communicate it, you guys would like, I think it would come out in the same form that you guys are both used to. But then since you and Tanner have such a good like form of communication, and he does communicate things when it's happening, you're like, it's silent right now. What is he holding on to? What's not being communicated?
Yes. That's exactly what is going through my peanut brain. It's super stupid. And it's I give myself some grace. Like at least I'm aware of it and you know, all the things, but it's hard because it like, I want to just be okay. I want to just like be comfortable with calmness. And I guess that all of this coming up right now is more so holding up a mirror where I'm like, damn bitch, like I'm so not okay with this. And I even do this outside of like, even when my life doesn't have, like if I don't have something to look forward to, like a trip or something like that, then my mindset changes and I have to stir some shit up, or I have to start a new project. Like it's a super new side of my brain that I'm just kind of noticing come out. So we thought we'd talk about it with you guys.
Kind of on a similar note, I kind of talked about it earlier in this episode, but I've been like completely redoing my room. And I was talking to my therapist about how I'm like rearranging everything and like getting new pieces, and my like creativity is being sparked. And she like pulled back. She was like, I see like how passionate about this you are. Have you done this a lot? And I was like, I've done this since I was 5 years old and strong enough to push a dresser on my own. Yeah. I'm constantly like moving things around in my room. And she was like, well, you are going through internally, you're going through a lot of change and growth right now. And I think your external is like reflecting that. So I guess I'm channeling that like stir shit up in my gut out like externally. And like maybe this is my form of like, not self-sabotage because I'm talking about like rearranging a room, right, but it's control. It's my way of like channeling my control and my energy that's like pent up inside of me.
Maybe I need to find an outlet like that.
Yeah. Or I mean, not like that, but like some other way to channel it.
Yeah. That's a good point. But I'm glad you brought that up, because it really does all stem from control. And God, I feel like the last fucking 4 episodes I've told you guys like that is super relevant in kind of what I'm working on in therapy right now. And the control is just seeping through like every single crack of my soul.
Yeah.
And I relate to that a lot. I did that a lot growing up too. Side note, my room, did I ever say this? I grew up in the attic of my
Have you ever read The Girl in the Attic?
Me?
Have you? No, it's a book. It's a really good book.
Is it scary?
It's the kid and the girl in the attic. It's a really sad story. We can talk about it later, but
okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
It's you.
Is it me?
No, it's not that intense.
Okay.
No. For those of you who've read that book, Kristen did not have that childhood.
I don't know what it's about, so listen to Alex. So it was right above my parents' room, and I would move furniture. My sister would do it too, like 2 a.m. on a school night. And then my stepdad would, there was like, you know, like the really steep stairs that go up to the attic. He would like open the door of it and be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And we would
like rightfully so.
100%, like super disrespectful of us. And we would just like stop moving. They'd be like, go to bed. And then you would hear him get back in bed and then we're moving shit again. So I totally relate to that. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I just felt like if shit was like stirring up in my life, I needed to channel that energy and match that energy. And I was like, something's happening, move shit around. I need to switch up my environment, especially when I'm going through things internally.
Maybe I need to try it.
I
just don't know.
Oh, I have so many ideas for your room.
It's just that fucking, our AC units are so stupid.
Oh yeah.
I've
so just like put it out of my head.
Yeah. But I want to be near my window. Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Right. But like it could like spark new energy for you.
I think I need that. I'm feeling super stagnant ever since we've got home from California. It's been fucking 2 weeks now. And I don't know. I'm still really struggling. I feel like I've been super lazy and like my hormones have been so off since London, the time zone hopping. I was talking about it with my acupuncturist. She's like, yeah, it's no joke on anybody's body, especially someone who's so hormonally sensitive, myself. Yeah, just everything's just so out of whack for me. So I feel like I really need some type of energy shift right now.
Yep.
So I'm going to take you up on that offer that I need to rearrange my room. But the point I was trying to get to with the control thing is with my self-sabotage, I'm noticing I self-sabotage things because it gives me the illusion that I have control. It's totally an illusion though, which sucks. But it's like, okay, if I make an issue out of something first, well, I'll speak in the relationship form again, since that's kind of the tone we're talking. If I make an issue first and I kind of beat him to the punch of like worst case scenario, leaving me, which is where my self-sabotage brain is at, then, like I beat you there. Like I have control of the situation still, and I'm going to be the shot caller and break up with you first, almost like that type of mentality.
Yeah, when you had brought it up to me, you had mentioned that you'll pick these little fights and like that's your version of it. And that's something that I related to you too, because in my past relationship, when shit like seemed okay, I knew in the back of my head and I had this gut feeling like, okay, shit's not okay. Yeah. And then I would pick fights.
Yep.
Because I want it, and it's that version of channeling the energy. Like I needed to, like you, be the first one to do it because I know what's going to happen and I need to control the situation. So if I come out the gates and be the one to pick the fight that I know, in air quotes, is gonna happen,
right,
then things are still on my terms.
But we're just doing this to ourselves,
right?
Because homeboy's sitting over here like, wait, what?
Exactly.
I was just golfing. Like
we don't literally,
there's nothing wrong.
In our heads, we know it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It's this gut feeling, but we don't. It's not, and like us doing that is channeling the energy and actually creating exactly what we thought was going to happen. But because of us,
we created it. It wasn't going to happen until we fucking made it a problem.
Yep. We are the problem. But even
then it's probably still not going to happen, you know? Like it's still this like, beach too, like know it all mentality, honestly. Yeah. Where I'm like, no, you don't know it all.
Yep.
It's so frustrating.
I'm glad you brought that up because I go through that too. The like know-it-all mentality, but like it's so hard to admit. That's such like I don't think I'm a prideful person, but like that's the part of me that I feel like is very pride forward, like a know-it-all mentality. Like I'm the smartest. I know all there is to know about this and this and this, but like no, I fucking don't.
No, like at all.
No,
and it is. I mean. That's actually something you and I have super big in common that I feel like we've always related to. Like we even like make silly jokes about it, but like we really need to humble ourselves.
Right.
Because we don't know it all, clearly.
Yeah.
Because even if you asked me a year ago if I'd be in this situation, no way. I would think I knew it all back then and could tell you where I'd be in a year.
Yep.
But like we need to just submit to the masses and like submit to the universe and be like, we don't know it all and like anything can really fucking happen.
And I think it's doing a lot more to us than just self-sabotage. It's keeping us, I mean, this is also self-sabotage, but it's keeping us in such a box.
Yeah. Because we know the box and we're comfortable in the box. Though.
Right. And that's our form of control is this pretty little box.
I know every corner with my eyes closed. I know it like the back of my hand.
Yep. That's why I know everything.
Yeah.
You can't ask me anything that's going to penetrate my box.
No. Anything outside my box, I don't know about.
but like I don't
doesn't
need
exist.
to. It doesn't exist, and I don't need to know
My
about
box
it.
exists, and that's all that exists.
And that's all that matters.
That's so bad.
Woo!
And super
That
ugly.
hurt.
It's
That
ugly.
hurt.
It's ugly.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I need to talk about this in therapy.
Freaking out.
I was actually, my last session, we actually had the conversation that reactions are choices.
Oh, cool.
And she was like, control. I wish I could remember like the very first part of what she said because I was like in such awe. But she said something along the lines of, when you release that need and have like that freedom of expecting other people to like behave like you or behave a certain way, that's the real control.
Right.
The freedom is the real control.
Yeah. Because you're open to anything.
Yep.
And you kind of expect nothing. So you have the most freedom because you don't like bowling, like you don't have the bumpers up.
Right.
Like it could just freely go down the lane or in the gutter, like whatever it is. Like, it just.
The more and more we have these expectations of other people and how situations are going to turn out, the more we're guiding our like timeline or our life to actually go that direction.
Yeah.
Which could be good and bad.
I was going to say, but that could be a good thing, but that's when you have to ask yourself, these borders I'm putting up for myself to guide my life into a certain direction, are they healthy borders or
right.
are they,
where are they coming from?
Right. Are they selfish borders? Are they self-sabotaging borders? Are they manipulative borders? What's the intention behind them? Yeah. And that's like something you really have to be honest with yourself about too. But then it gets shitty because I'm like, the brain's so fucked up because I'm like, I might think it's a healthy border, but then I get further down my healing journey and I'm like, oh my God, that was sabotage the whole time.
Yep. And you're like, I did that for that.
But I didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
Until it was too late. That really scares me.
Yeah.
Like that really fucking scares me. That's just been the mindset I've been in though. Like I've been very high anxiety lately. Like I'm sure you could tell. I've been like hermity. Like I'm really uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
With all of this realization and then like I bring it up to him and you know how I am. I fucking ramble and then like I'm like, oh my God, am I overwhelming him now? And I'm worried about that. And like
one thing I think you should remember is free of judgment of you.
Right.
And like he's not gonna sit there and be like, oh, fuck, Kristen again. Like he's the last person to do that.
I should hope.
He really is the last person.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like easy to remember right now, but then when I'm in the moment, I'm like, it's so crazy. Like there was actually a point, we were talking about it last night a little bit too. There was a point where like we started talking about like dynamics of a relationship and he was kind of stuck on this certain point. And I was like, we've never talked about this. You've never been stuck on that point. Like this has never been something even worth talking about until we slapped a label on it. And I'm like, we're stressing over nothing. Fuck the label. I'm not saying let's take it away, but like, let's just remember.
Why did it bring up all this shit?
Let's remember why we're doing this in the first place.
Right.
Talk to me like I'm Kristen. I'm going to talk to you like you're Tanner.
How you guys have the past year and a half.
And it's worked.
Yeah.
It's been great. But like, I feel like we're both feeling like a little bit of these pressures from the title and it pops up in conversations here and there. And I'm like,
maybe you guys are kind of like scrambling right now to think like,
do we need to start acting different now that we're labeled?
Like what is this relationship changing in the dynamic that you and I have built?
Yeah. But nothing. It's literally just the
besides
title.
You having to delete Raya.
I did have to delete Raya.
She had to delete it.
I did. Oh my God. The message it gives you when you're deleting, it's like, are you sure? Because if you do, you have to go through the whole onboarding process again and you'll be at the back of the wait list.
Liars.
Oh my God, Raya.
You got accepted in literally 45 seconds.
They're just trying to scare you.
They are.
I'm like, whatever.
I actually canceled mine too.
It's expensive and there's nobody on there.
Expensive and I don't want to go on a date anymore.
I understand.
No, I'll just third wheel with you guys all the time.
Please.
I don't even want a date.
Be our guest.
But like, I want to, I go back and forth.
But maybe this is the exact era you need to be in because you're not seeking it out and it's going to come to you straight up.
I just like going on dates.
No, I know. But you're saying like, oh, I don't want to.
Oh, like relationship wise?
Right.
Sure.
Like maybe let go of that control of like trying to set something up.
Right.
And trying to find the cutest boy with the best comment and all these things.
Right.
And maybe just let it come to you. Just a thought. They always say that always comes when you don't expect it.
I always expect it. I walk into a restaurant and I'm like, that
This
guy's
is
in love
it.
with me. That guy's in love with me.
Right.
He's going to fall in love with me. I'm literally always like that.
I always feel weird when we bring up topics that we don't have solutions to. We were kind of talking about this at breakfast. Like,
we're like, we don't need to have an answer to this one.
but now I'm sitting here like, fuck, like people listening right now, like I want them to feel at least some type of satisfaction, but I don't have it for you. So
find the satisfaction in that.
We
Hopefully
understand.
we understand and we're going through the same thing, and
Right.
it's normal.
It is normal.
Like the
It's
fact
very
that
common.
yeah.
And it's not talked about enough.
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't worry. Like, I feel like even if I was set up to do this episode last season, I would have been like, Alex, like people are going to judge. Da, da. I already know the comments are going to be like, bitch, me too. Oh my God, I feel that way too. But that's why we want to talk about this. And I want to Uno reverse and ask you guys for help.
right. Help.
Like, what do you do to get through a self-sabotaging mindset? How does one actually heal from this? I'm sure the answers are going to be some deep, gotta go to the childhood, gotta go to the root, which I am working on. But like, I'm at that point where I'm like, what are some tools that you do, or even fucking affirmations you say in those moments where you know you're
Right.
doing it? Because that, like, I can't stress enough. Like, while it's happening, I know I'm doing it,
Right. But you can't.
but I can't stop it.
You can't stop. You can't. It's so hard to change your mindset when something is like, once something's planted, once the seed's there, you're just like, it's gonna happen.
And then I start thinking, well, it's in my head for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I start leaning spiritually. But I'm going to say something right now that my therapist taught me recently. If it instills fear, it is not intuition.
Ooh.
If it brings you fear, it's not intuition. Intuition will never make you scared. It will always be the opposite. It will be a calm knowing. That is intuition. If you are nervous and it's giving you anxiety, that is fear-based. And I'm not saying it's necessarily going to come true or not, but like, you know the difference. Think about the times, those moments in your life where something really, really amazing was about to happen, and you knew it was going to be a good day. And there was no intense emotion about it, but it was something you just knew, I just feel like today's going to be a really good day. And you find a 20 on the ground, or you get a call from your best friend with amazing news, and it's one of those days you're like, I just had a feeling. There was no intense emotion around it. It was just a calm knowing. That was your intuition. That was your higher power telling you what's up. But then the days where you're like, oh my God, like I have these days a lot where I'm like, I had actually on the subway today. I was like, wait, should we get off this train? Like in my head, I'm like, something feels off about this train. There's nothing off about the train, you guys. I just had a stomachache and it was giving me anxiety. So then I started thinking, oh my God, I'm channeling something. No, you aren't.
Your anxiety often like blankets over your gut feeling. At least for me, I feel anxious and I'm like, oh, I have a gut feeling about something.
If you feel anxious, it's anxiety. Who would have thought? If you feel anxious, it is anxiety. You heard it here first. Revolutionary thought. That's all I have to say about that. So please send help.
Send help. We're just endlessly sabotaging ourselves.
Yeah, and it's hard and it's sticky, but I guess with any problem in your life, awareness is step one, acceptance is step one, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. This is, I thank you guys, and I thank you for endlessly listening to me for the past 20 years, because even talking about it right now and admitting it, honestly, admitting that I'm having these tendencies,
it relieves so much of the pressure.
I'm like, okay.
And it gives them, when you talk about it, it kind of gives them what exactly they are. It's tendencies.
Right.
And it gets it out of your head, and it's not like, it doesn't sum up to, I'm like this.
Yeah.
I do this all the time. It's just, it's a tendency that comes up and you're able to like scoop it away.
Yeah. Like wash it away.
Yep.
Like literally my words are leaving my mouth, and hopefully it's at least relieving some stress.
Right.
And like pressure, literally and figuratively. Anyway, happy Monday. I hope therapists are listening to this right now.
Yeah.
I do need to bring it up in therapy, but I'm talking about so many other things in therapy that like, it's just so exhausting. Because with EMDR, like at least for my side of the practice, she really does like when we stay linear, because it helps like stay focused
like
when I'm like
and
trickling
stuff.
back with memories. And it happens too often that we're like, okay, we're going to stay on this and we're going to really get to the bottom of this. And the next week I come in with some new ass shit and then we work on that. And I'm like, hold on, I really want to finish what we're working on right now. But boy, do I need to talk about this with her. I just got to bring it up to her.
Maybe get 2 different therapists.
I've thought about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would overwhelm me. I'd just constantly be thinking about what I need to talk about with my therapist.
I already do. So it'd help me at least get it out quicker because it sucks when I have to wait 7 days.
Right.
7 days.
Do you text your therapist?
No. I
hit my girl up.
Yeah, she has like 2 babies. Like they're like brand new and shit. She's busy. Whatever.
She's got a life.
She's literally has a whole life. Like she doesn't care what I have to say. I just pay her. She just listens. No, she's great. If you're listening, I love you.
You think she listens?
She does.
Oh, she does.
Oh, to me?
Oh, no.
Oh,
the podcast.
I don't think so.
No.
I think she's like above that.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Adele.
She's for sure above Oddvice then.
Yeah, she's like,
there's no shot Adele would ever listen to us.
No, God, no. She has like that grace. She has an accent too.
Right.
And like soft features.
Oh yeah, she's Adele.
She's like,
she probably sings.
Probably. What can't she do? Okay.
All right, guys.
I have to pee really bad.
I hope you guys are going to have a good week. If you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, rate us 5 stars. That helps us out a shit ton. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and press the like button and turn on notifications and leave comments and stuff. And also follow us on Instagram, Oddvice Podcast.
Oh my, whoa, what a shout out.
Whoa. We've never done that before.
Never shouted out our Instagram.
We have an Instagram that we post a whole bunch of like highlights and stuff too. So,
oh my God.
So go check that
Why
out.
am I like embarrassed?
And we have a Patreon.
Oh, we have a Patreon.
Yeah, go to Patreon. Every Friday we release an episode that has to do, or sometimes doesn't have to do, with the Monday episode, and we just kind of like talk about we do this.
We have you guys write in, so let's get into that for Patreon. If you're already part of it or you'd like to join for Friday's episode. If you guys relate to anything we just said, please write in. Let us know. What have you done to get through it?
Maybe we'll give an update if Kristen rearranges her room and see how she's feeling after that.
Give you an update with that. But yeah, I want to know on Patreon, just like any self-sabotaging tendencies that maybe we didn't even list. Oh God, I don't know though, because maybe if I read those, then I'm going to start doing that. Maybe don't write in.
No. If you guys don't want to write in for like this topic specifically, always send us in anything that's going on in your life. We can answer questions. We do general answers all the time for our Friday episodes as well.
Patreon is always just a general advice column. If you ever need anything, we are there. And lastly, please, if you do write in, let us know if you want to be anonymous or not. Right. If you don't say anything at all, then we just assume anonymous. Just to keep you in your identities.
Right. Because we will find you.
And we will.
Okay, I'm gonna go place bet.
Oh my God, no, we literally have to go gamble. We'll talk to you guys later. Happy Monday. Have an amazing week. I love you.
Love you guys. Bye.